So hi everybody, we're back at the YouFixit garage in Dubai. A little bit somber today because after probably about 110 hours labour this week since we started these videos, we haven't completed the car in time for racing tomorrow. But in saying that, we are nearly there. I think, you know, with 2 more solid days, I think we'll probably get there. So what we're going to run through is what we did get achieved in the last week, serious week. In particular with the electrical system, the fire extinguisher system, the dashboard, and the braking system, which has been sort of some of the stuff we've done in the last 3 or 4 days. So you know, inside the vehicle we've put a full Hell Performance plumbed brake line system. So this was ordered from the UK, just take some measurements, specify all the fittings, and it was literally dropped in the car in about an hour and a half, which I think is pretty awesome. Walking through to the electrical system, which is, you know, quite an important part of the car. Actually using some marine grade stuff. My background is in marine electronics on boats, so I've used a marine based system. The main kill switch here is an electric kill switch. So we've got a control on the dash, we've got a control on the in front of the windscreen. And that's how we kill all the power to the car. Covering the electrical system here, this is a fully CAN bus controlled power system. So we have a CAN bus channel, a CAN loom in the back of the vehicle, and then all the switches here go into a single module which is located behind the switch panel, which receives all the signal inputs, and it also gives me feedback with the backlighting on this system. So this means that the wiring is a lot easier because basically all the wiring in the vehicle comes to one centralized location, has a single cable running up to the dash, and in a small box in behind here which all these then fit into. So we weren't having to run a lot of cable, even though it looks like a lot of cable. A lot of the loom you see here is actually fuel system. So that's how we've done that. What we can do with that is do things like the indicators, you know, so they flash and they're on for 3 seconds. So I just have to push the button once and then it will be on you know, for 3 seconds and turn off. We can also control the speed of the wipers, the speeds of the fans, and, you know, prime the fuel system as well. So we've got you know, quite a nice little carbon plate that I made at Carbotech, made in Hong Kong. He also made up the carbon plate at the top for the gauges from Speed Hubs. We've also relocated the battery from the engine bay aft here to the back. It's a lot smaller, a lot lighter. So that's a way to sort of offset the weight. The front end's quite heavy. Also, I'm sitting on the left-hand side, so we've managed to sort of offset a bit more weight. Hence why the fire extinguisher is also mounted towards the right-hand side of the vehicle. The fire extinguisher is also a fully electric system from Golf Sport Racing here in Dubai. It has 2 in-car nozzles, so we have a nozzle that extinguishes in this area here, and also a nozzle that extinguishes towards the fuel cell in the back of the vehicle. So that is also controlled by the big red button on the dash. So if I need to push it, that goes. And we've also got another button on the underneath the windscreen, and then the system can also automatically deploy if it gets hot inside the car. We had auto glass from Alcouz come and put in the windscreens as well as we broke the windscreen getting it out, and they're also very kind to put in the plastic side windows for me as well. So in the back end of the car here we've got a FIA approved fuel cell. Now it's massive, it's overkill. It's 120 litres, which is full endurance specification, the maximum we can put in the vehicle. This means we'll probably get about 2.5 to 3 hours. I can refer to other cars that have got the same system to know the exact runtime. And yeah, so we've had to put this in. Now the reason why it's an aluminium box is it needs to be for certification, and inside the box is a black bladder, and then the tank itself is fully baffled to prevent fuel from flowing around. There's also a pump located on either side of the tank in the lower part, so it doesn't matter which way the car is going, we're sucking fuel out. Going to a common Y joint that then goes into the system of the car. Now the factory car just had a standard fuel system where it just takes fuel, doesn't send fuel back. This is a return system. So we have a fuel pressure regulator at the front end of the vehicle, which is keeping the fuel at about 55 psi and then returning it back into the tank. We have a tank sensor on top, which goes to the big bright orange gauge in the side of the vehicle, and that's basically it. It's all strapped in, ready to go, been recessed about 50 mils into the vehicle so that we could get the height to close the windscreen. And that's our fuel system.